On August 15, 1977, it was just a regular day at Vaseline University. However, that night, something extraordinary occurred here, something that would puzzle humans for many years ahead. The 30-meter wide reflector of the radio telescope, known as Big Ear, located at the university, picked up a remarkably strong radio signal at precisely 10:16 in the evening. This signal traveled to the IBM 1130 computer through the telescope, where it was automatically transformed and then sent to the printer. At this first time of the night, there was complete silence in the control room except for the sound of the printer. The signal printed on the paper got buried in the middle of all the other printouts, and no one knew for a while that the Big Ear telescope had received an alien signal coming from the Sagittarius constellation in the sky. After several days had passed, the technician in the control room gathered all the printouts and delivered them to the home of astronomer Jerry Ammon. It was his responsibility to look into the signals detected by the telescope. On every other page, the signals were recorded in numbers like 1 and 2. However, in one particular spot, Ammon noticed some unusual numbers and letters written down. They read as 6EQUJ5. Jerry Ammon observed this peculiar signal, highlighted it with his red pen, and wrote the word "wow" next to it. Since that time, it has become known as the wow signal. But what made this signal so special? Why has it remained such a mystery to astronomers for the past 47 years? Was this signal from the Sirius constellation actually a message from aliens, or was it simply a coincidence? Once again, we see flattery in ZemTV videos. Nazarene, there was a study conducted on the significance of the wow signal, which was released approximately years prior to this statement. What occurred back in was that physicists Philip Morrison and Giuseppe Cocconi from Cornell University published an insightful paper. In this paper, they proposed a fascinating hypothesis. If there exists any extraterrestrial civilization anywhere in the vast universe, they would likely use the frequency of 1,420 megahertz to establish communication with us, the inhabitants of Earth. The rationale behind this hypothesis is that this particular frequency is naturally emitted by hydrogen, and it is well known that hydrogen stands as the most abundant element throughout the entire universe. And this could likely be a common and very understandable reference for every technologically advanced civilization out there. This is why this frequency is deemed ideal for extraterrestrial communication. Following this study, back in 1997, the Iowa State University took its radio telescope Big Air Extra, meaning beyond the Earth's atmosphere, to look for signals from intelligent life. And this mission was called the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, also known as SETI. It was the longest-running mission during its era, specifically designed to look for signs of life beyond Earth. A large radio telescope was located near Perkins Observatory on the campus of Ohio Wesleyan University. The mission aimed to scan various parts of the sky to detect any intelligent signals that might originate from beyond our planet. In order to comprehend the data from the Big Air radio telescope, astronomer Jerry Ammon's assistance was enlisted, and he readily agreed to take on this task. The signal that the telescope received at precisely 10:16 p.m. on the night of August 15, 1977, was incredibly unique and powerful, leaving Ammon and his fellow scientists amazed. This remarkable signal was recorded by the telescope for an entire 72 seconds. Which, after being processed by a computer, was converted into 6EQUJ5. The numbers and letters in this signal are not a secret message, rather, they represent the signal's intensity and strength. Let's go. The wow signal has 6 characters, each representing 12 seconds. In other words, the telescope is designed to detect the signal for a duration of 12 seconds, after which it will proceed to record this data into the computer system. Following this, it will begin recording the subsequent 12-second interval. Now, if the wow signal consists of 6 segments, each lasting 12 seconds, this implies that the wow signal was continuously being received by the telescope for a cumulative period of 72 seconds. It's important to note here that when the telescope does not receive any signal, it records a value of 0. The smallest detectable signal is marked as 1, and as the numbers increase, it indicates that the signal's intensity is also increasing. Typically, signals ranging from 1 to 3 or 4 in magnitude were detected by the Large Air Telescope. However, the WOW signal began at a magnitude of 6. If a signal had a value exceeding 10, it would be translated into letters. For instance, the number 10 would be represented by the letter A, 11 by B, and 12 by C, continuing in this pattern. The second segment of the WOW signal was interpreted by the computer as the letter E, signifying a magnitude of 14. That is, while the signal intensity was 60% during the first 12 seconds, it dropped to 14 in the following 12 seconds. The third value is Q, with a value of 26. The highest value of this signal was 30, which the computer converted into U, and then in the last 2 segments, its value turned into J, meaning 20, and then 5. The most remarkable aspect of this WOW signal was that it was detected only on channels with frequencies of 14 and 20 megahertz. This is the same frequency that naturally comes from the hydrogen element. This is the reason why many astronomers, as well as institutions, believe that this signal has been sent from outer space by a civilization that is as intelligent as we humans are. Now, you may be wondering, with so many asteroids, planets, galaxies, and clusters in the vast universe, this signal could have been generated randomly from somewhere. So why is it being linked specifically to aliens? The truth is, the 1420 megahertz frequency is known as the hydrogen line, which images the most common element in the universe. Scientists think that if an alien civilization wishes to communicate, it will likely select a frequency that is universal and easy for everyone to understand, which every advanced species has the capability to understand. Secondly, if you create a line chart representing the strength of the WOW signal, you'll see it looks quite unique. This specific signal reached a peak value of 30 and then gradually started to decline. Signals of this nature can only be generated intentionally. Another reason for associating the raw signal with extraterrestrial beings is that cosmic events in space do emit signals. However, these signals neither follow this particular pattern, meaning they don't slowly increase and then slowly decrease, nor do they appear just once. However, another remarkable aspect of the WOW signal that suggests it might be from aliens is that this particular signal was detected just once. If a natural event had caused this signal, it would have been detected repeatedly. And more importantly, it wouldn't have been confined to the frequency band of 14 and 20 megahertz alone. Now, addressing our second question, from where in the sky did this signal originate? Pinpointing the exact location of the WOW signal's origin is quite challenging, primarily due to the design of the Large Air Telescope. The telescope featured 2 distinct structures known as feed horns. Due to the ground notation, both of these feed horns were scanning the sky in differing directions. The WOW signal was detected by only one of these feed horns, but not by the other. The data, however, was processed in such a manner that it is impossible to determine which specific horn detected the signal. This is the reason why we have these 2 separate locations, indicating where each of the feed horns was pointing at that particular time. The signal could have originated from either of these 2 locations exclusively. However, it is not precisely confirmed which of these 2 locations it actually was. The signal's location was in a particular area of the Sagittarius constellation, which was close to the global cluster M55 and near the Sagittarius Cow. This mystery remains unsolved. We understand that the WOW signal originated from the Sidorus constellation area, but the precise coordinates haven't been confirmed yet. There are numerous theories and hypotheses regarding the WOW signal, concerning what it was and its origin. However, scientists have not reached a consensus on any single theory. One potential explanation is that it might have been an interstellar twinkling of a faint signal, similar to how stars sprinkle. But this signal could not be detected by the Very Large Array Telescope, which is a more sensitive telescope than the Big Ear. If this signal was detected on the Big Ear due to interstellar twinkling, then why was it not detected on the VLA? Hence, this theory also proved to be wrong. Another idea that has been expressed is that perhaps this signal originated from the Earth itself, but got reflected from an asteroid or space delivery in space and got recorded back on the Big Ear telescope. But this theory was also proved wrong later, because scientists said that if this signal was generated on the Earth itself, then it would not have had so much strength after colliding with the space debris and coming back, or it would not have been able to reach the value of U that is 30. Another issue is that the frequency band of 1420 MHz is specifically reserved for astronomy. Radios on the ground are prohibited from sending signals at this frequency. This is the reason why it is not possible for the W signal to have been generated on Earth itself. Jerry Amon, along with other astronomers, attempted to detect the signal again 50 times, but unfortunately, this signal was never heard again. In 1987 and 1989, Robert Cray utilized the Meta Array at the Oak Ridge Observatory. Back in 1995, H. Paul Shue utilized the telescope at the Greek Bank Observatory. Then, back in 1999, Gray and Simon Ellingson made an attempt to use the 26-meter telescope at the Mount Pleasant Radio Observatory. However, the result was consistently the same: complete silence. Was this signal merely an accident, or did aliens actually attempt to contact us and then cease communication? In 2017, Antonio Paris suggested that this signal might have originated from the hydrogen cloud of two comets, 266P and 335P. Yet, astronomers dismissed this idea because the comets were not in the correct positions at that time. Additionally, these hydrogen clouds do not emit radio signals at this particular frequency. It could have happened. Scientists said that if this signal was from a comet, it would have been detected on both feeds, but this did not happen. The WOW signal remains a mystery that scientists have yet to unravel. Could it have been a message from an alien civilization, or perhaps a natural cosmic phenomenon? The scientific community is still working hard to comprehend the origins of this intriguing signal. As of today, it has been nearly 47 years since the WOW signal was first recorded, yet after that night on August 15, 1977, this signal has never been detected again by any telescope. I hope all of you will enjoy this ZemTV video and share it widely with others. Thanks for your kind comments. See you in the next video.